story of King Saul, as recorded in the Bible, is found in the first and second books of Samuel. Here is an overview of his story. Saul was the first king anointed by God for the Israelites. At the beginning of his reign, Saul was described as a handsome and towering figure, chosen by God to lead his people. However, Saul struggled with maintaining his obedience and devotion to God. Under Saul's leadership, the Israelites faced various challenges, including attacks from neighboring enemies like the Philistines. One of Saul's notable victories was against the Ammonites, earning him popularity among his people. However, Saul also made some questionable decisions, such as offering a burnt sacrifice without waiting for the prophet Samuel, who had instructed him to wait. This act displeased God, and Samuel conveyed that Saul's kingdom would not endure. As time went on, Saul's disobedience continued to increase. He failed to completely obey God's instructions when battling the Philistines, which led to the prophet Samuel rebuking him. Saul's disobedience, lack of repentance, and misplaced priorities caused God to reject him as king and choose another to take his place. Samuel received a divine command to anoint a young shepherd named David as the future king while Saul was still reigning. David's popularity grew as he triumphed over Goliath, the Philistine giant, gaining the favor of the people. This greatly disturbed Saul, who became increasingly envious and threatened by David's success. Saul's jealousy eventually consumed him, leading him to make multiple attempts to harm or kill David. As Saul's mental and emotional instability worsened, he sought guidance from mediums and witches, despite his previous attempts to remove such practices from the land. When facing a massive Philistine army, Saul sought the assistance of a medium to contact the spirit of Samuel for guidance. Samuel's spirit appeared and prophesied Saul's impending defeat and death as a consequence of his disobedience. In a battle against the Philistines on Mount Gilboa, Saul's sons, including Jonathan, were killed. Wounded and fearing capture, Saul impaled himself on his own sword, choosing to take his own life rather than be killed by his enemies. After Saul's death, his body was desecrated by the Philistines, and his head was displayed as a trophy in their temple. Despite his many flaws, Saul's story serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of disobedience and misplaced priorities. It also sets the stage for the rise of David, who would become one of Israel's most celebrated kings.